Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome, Happy New Year, whatever that means to you. Um, we're going to do the read tonight for this new moon in Capricorn. And we're going to kick it off like it's New Year's Eve a little bit here because this is the first new moon of the year. And this new moon being in Capricorn really is kind of getting us to start putting our plan together for this new year. Not just the new year for us, but the new year for what we want to see for New Earth, like where we're headed. So um, the plan also is about what's happening on Earth right now. Everything is definitely chaotic and a little bit crazy. And just letting you know that this was always meant to happen. So um, everything we've previously talked about is now coming into play. So this is the moment we've been waiting for. So it's making sure you're continuing to do your work, particularly with Capricorn, right? Like that structure and having a plan and all of that. So our best place to be is in this plan, participating actively. The best way we do that is making sure we're taking care of this soul, getting it what it needs, eating what we can that's good for us, doing things that are good for us, bringing in good energy. I do want to address I'm watching a lot of people. There's a lot of infighting going on in different communities. There's a lot of smearing of other people's names and that kind of stuff. Um, when it's getting to the crunch time, which we're at, those who are speaking the truth the loudest are trying to be taken out. So, and then I want to talk a little bit about your plan. And I see a lot of people lately, and it's kind of scaring me a little bit. Is going back into fear, really big time, and there's all these agendas being rolled out constantly. So I can't say specifics, but let's talk about, there's a whole new agenda coming out for everything that they want to do to us, right? Control, control, control. I see so many people feeding into that fear, worrying about it. And here's what I'm going to give you my 2 cents is that has any of the stuff they tried to do in the last 2 years, they pulled it off during COVID and scared the shit out of us. I probably will get flagged for saying the C word. They scared the shit out of us. And now their power is dwindling. These are Hail Marys. These are throwing them at the wall to see if they stick. This is 100% you needing to turn over everything to the higher power, and trusting the universe that this is all going to be okay and that nothing they do is going to come to fruition. It just isn't anymore. There's going to be a lot of dust kick up, and we're going to see really weird things like we've already seen in the first 11 days of this new year. Like everything from, I don't even know a word I can say anymore. That's how stupid it's gotten. It's just gotten so crazy stupid. Anyway, aliens in malls, whatever. It's going to get crazier. There's no doubt. We haven't even seen the hair hold my beer moment yet from the darker side. It's coming. But they're losing traction. And the minute, though, that we go into that fear, and you give them power and you take stuff away from yourself. I particularly want to address the fact that there is petitions. Let's talk about petitions. There's a million going around to sign. Stop this and stop that and da-da-da. If you look at the law of attraction, anytime we say stop it, stop war, stop this, we just manifest more of it. Plus, I just want to say, signing on a dotted line of anything right now is you have to watch what you're signing. You're giving your soul energy away to a contract. You don't know what that contract really is. So I would highly caution against signing contracts, petitions of any kind right at this moment. I think we just need to we're in the sit back phase. We're in the sit back, watch them go nuts, watch them eat themselves, watch them hang themselves, because that's what they're about to do. We don't need to participate in this. We need to observe it, and we need to reconcile along with everybody else on this planet as it's happening. That's it. That's all we need to do right now. So this new moon, take this opportunity to use this as your new year. So if you didn't get to do, I never follow New Year's, right? Because it's not even the right calendar date, but we won't go into that. That's a whole other thing too. Apparently people are getting flagged now for talking about the old calendar versus the new calendar. So, and really, I can't fight it. Like, I only have 60 followers, but it's all AI. So as soon as they start detecting stuff, they will pull videos. They've done it. They haven't done it to me yet, but it could happen. But anyway, I'm at this phase where I just don't really care anymore. So go ahead, do your worst. What I want to talk about with the new year and the plan is for ourselves is I don't make resolutions. I usually do intentions of what I want to see, what I want to feel. I usually pick one word, like 2022 was the year of magic. 2023 was my year of abundance and transformation. I had to watch that one because what I actually ended up getting was an abundance of transformation. Woo, that was fun last year. Anyway, my words, I want to share my words this year because what I ended up doing, and feel free to use this as a platform for yourself, but so my words this year are prosperity and purpose. I don't know, they just channeled to me, they came in. But what I did was, I'm just going to read you the prosperity ones because purpose, I think, is going to take me the bulk of this year to really get into. But I decided I needed to look up the definition just because, I mean, prosperity is like abundance. It can mean so many things. But I do want to read these to you because, so if you want to take this as a practice, and you pick your words, just look at all the different definitions because it really set into motion for me what I'm going to be doing. So prosperity, the condition of being successful and thriving. Thriving was the key word. Flourishing, good fortune, the freedom to thrive. We'll just leave that one there. Freedom's the other bad F word. And then I found this one sort of like a religious context, but it just made my heart sing. It resonated so much. If humans have faith in God, God will deliver security and prosperity. And part of crunch time right now is where our faith lies, and again, when I say God, take that into context. You can say the universe, whatever you need to say. It's just like, looking at all the data too, the Christ consciousness definitely came in on 21st to 25th. So it's here, it's easy to access in meditation, in prayer, in just the way of being, right? I found since that day, like things don't faze me as much. I'm not as worried and constantly thinking about things anymore because I'm in this realm of like, I know it's going to be taken care of because I have faith that it's being taken care of for me. The other thing I want to say is like, as everybody's going back into fear and those sorts of things with all these agendas being thrown at us, is that like, it's really important for our soul to understand, like, do you think we would have come all this way just to be ended? There's no way. I can guarantee you there's no way. What would be the point, right? What would be the point? Yeah, that's not how the universe works. is a general rule. So yeah, just try to keep those things in mind and try not to go down that, that path of, I'm just watching so many people and I'm seeing so many, you know, uh, like more breakups of friend groups and things like that. And it's like, again, a lot of the stuff that's happening out there now, we've known about for so long that as it comes out, it's like people are like, "Aren't you shocked?" And I'm like, "No, you haven't even got to the shocking part yet. There's going to be stuff that makes me go, oh, geez, oh my God." We've talked about this before. Anyway, so whatever you're doing for your moon, consider this the new moon for new earth. So if you're going to be doing any intentions or words or anything like that, tonight would be a great night for that. Also because, and I warn this all the time, is that, I'm not going to do that one yet, is that manifestation is at an all-time high. That's not changing. That's the new earth energy, is that we're able to create our own freedom to thrive, right? So it is really important what you're feeding into yourself, into everything, right? In particular, I want to talk to people that have kids, making sure that you're feeding them with as good energy as possible, because there is like nefarious crap going on out there, and they are targeting the kids because they're an easy target, right? They haven't totally like experienced all of life. So just be really careful with what they're ingesting. And when I say ingesting, it's not just about food, it's not just about, it's about the environments they're in, what's being, video games, music, the whole thing, right? I particularly am like really lately, like if there's something that makes me get pissy, it's like these pop tartlets, and they're just out there on stage pretty much, dancing with like, it's gross. It's the wrong side of things. I'm sorry, but there's no room to show that to children. Just going to put it out there. You can do your own research on what I'm talking about. But it's gotten demonic. That's the bottom line. If you want to have demons in your life, keep inviting them in. But like, it's not going to end well for you or them. So I'm just not pulling any punches anymore. I just don't care anymore. I'm like, you either wake up to this or you're like, we're in big trouble. So I'll be here to hold your hand and help you as everything gets really crazy. But anyway, I pulled out my moon cards to do like, and this was actually on the bottom of the deck, which was like really made me chuckle. So it's the new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So it's also a reminder from the universe. That's the same thing I just said. Do you really think we came all this way through all this just to have it end? No, we did not. Anyway, so that's what this moon represents tonight too, is also take a breath. Everything's fine. Everything is happening. It's going to be okay. All right, I want to do one overall Christ consciousness card just to see the overall theme for this moon. I know my dog is so mad at me right now because I was working all day and then now he just wants to hang out. He doesn't get to get good walks because we're in a deep freeze right now. So, okay. These feel sticky. I haven't done cards since holidays, right? So, hi, Nicole. I finally just saw comments. It's funny. They weren't there before. Okay. This is awesome. Like, seriously, you can't make this shit up. Sorry, I keep swearing. I will eternally have a potty mouth. Sorry, everybody. The card we got is faith over fear. See, told you can't make this up. You can cope. Yeah. Our coping mechanism right now, guys, needs to be sinking into the heart, opening the Christ consciousness, that energy of light, of love, we will get through anything that they throw at us. They don't have any power anymore, guys. Like, I wish people understood that. Like, even though it's like, it's like, oh, we could be entering like a WAR. Like, yeah, it's gonna look like that on paper for a while, and it's gonna come close, but it's just like, how much fear are you going to put in? Keep feeding into it, because if we keep feeding into it, it's just going to continue for a little while, right? So we need to just stop it. Like, stop it. It drives me nuts. I have people sending me stuff all the time, and they're in such fear, and it's like, I just choose not to believe it. And the bottom line is, maybe that does happen. Maybe this is the end. Then, like, what the hell are you going to do about it by signing a petition? It's not going to change anything. It's still going to happen. Sorry, I'm not meaning to laugh at you. I don't understand the logic sometimes. It's like, what is one soul going to do? Well, the best thing we can do is shine the light on it and get it out of the way and not go into fear, because that's what they've been using to control us for already. So we just need to stop it. Like, we legit need to stop it. Like, just stop it. Anyway, yeah, like Nicole said, the light is coming in. Nothing can stop what's coming. Nothing. There is no energy great enough. But stop giving it like a little bit of like go time because you're like in fear. Stop it. Just stop it. I wish it was that easy. It's not that easy. I get that. I'm just getting to that certain point where I'm just like, I'm just going to start calling it as it is. And this channel is probably going to like eventually get taken off because I'm not putting up with crap anymore. Like, it's just like, I've seen a couple of people too that are just like, yeah, we're done. We're not doing this crap anymore. Like, any of it. So it's an interesting place for us all to be. All right, let's see what the moon cards have to say. I got a new Moonology deck too, so we're gonna read all of them. Yeah, right. I think the theme should be, if we have faith in God, God will deliver security and prosperity. It's there for us to have. We just have to work on that mindset. Yes. Oop, there's two together. Okay. Yeah, okay. Again, I love it when the cards are just like, okay. First one up. Ooh, I bounced that. Sorry about that. You're very close to achieving your goal, right? Don't give up now. Why would you revert back? Why would you revert back to that fear when you know that's what they use to control you, what they use to like just, we're almost there, you guys. This is the end game. It really is. This is the end of this movie. It just is. It's time to take action. Now, what I'm going to say about this one is the action part of this is, again, we're not boots on the ground yet. We don't know what our purpose is yet. Some of us have a pretty good idea, but that's our job. That's our action right now, is to do something like I've done with just the words. And so we're doing the work still. There's still the work. It's always work to be done. So take action by getting yourself centered, right, calm, collected, cool. Pick your 2 words. Look up the definition. Live, breathe those words. Pick a mantra. Pick a prayer. But be doing this stuff actively every day. Just for 5 minutes. Again, we've talked about this before too. The action we need to take is opening ourselves to be the vessel to hold this light, right? And some of us are already doing that, holding this light and holding the space for others and all of that stuff. But the minute we start attacking other people for their beliefs, or trolling people, or slamming people, or believing in whatever the I can't say I can't say the letters, I don't think. Whatever organization in the world thinks that they're gonna do us. As soon as we start playing into that, we're not in the light. We're like squishing the light. We're like blocking it. So do the things that put you in the light. Action. It still requires action. We don't just get to sit back. As much as I just like to sit back, have a nap, watch the movie and eat the popcorn, I still have to keep working on myself. And then the last card, surrender to the divine. This is the plan, you guys. The plan is in play. It's already happening. It was already meant to happen. Like, we're not going to change what's happening. Like, so the best thing to do is to play along. And how we play along is like, look how much light there is in that moon. It's a full moon. Surrender to the divine. I would say too, like, this is kind of a card saying, but when the full moon comes up on the 25th, be somewhere doing things and have your plan of taking care of your soul in play and be working it every single day. Every single day. All right. I don't know which one to read first. I'm going to do I usually do the hidden realms now. So I'm still going to incorporate this. This is not a moonology deck, but I am going to incorporate it in. I was trying to keep this short, but I, obviously haven't done this in a while and went off at the beginning. Sorry, my dog's getting like super mad at me right now. Anyway, the other thing is that I definitely am going to be amping up these videos because, first of all, I know it's good for me. It helps me to be in contact with you and to do my work, get my feeling out there. And, but also we're at a critical time. So I'm going to try to, because it's cold and it's winter now, shouldn't have a problem doing these things, but like be going live for Holding Space Sunday. So getting that going back up again. And Sam. And then, yeah, maybe I'd like to go back to weekly reads too. Like, I thought about doing a year read, but the way things are moving so quickly right now, there's no way to predict 6 months down the road, right? And I don't really do predictions. So I think we just will need to touch base on a weekly basis, like I was, just to see what the energy is about for that week. All right, first card up, the Desert Prince, which is survival and false promises. Yeah, this is just, honestly, you guys, this is how and look at this. I love this card though, because the strength, the lion, and it's the feminine, female lion, right? Feminine energy is like, we have the strength to do this. We do not have to worry. How we survive this is like being survival of the fittest, right? Fittest right now is soul and spirit and all of that. That is our strength. So again, the message here is really pumping out. Build up your strength spiritually. Stop giving in to the false promise part. Is just like everything that's going on in the world, right? It's coming in droves every day, new information where we're like, oh, they lied to us about that. Oh, guess what? They lied to us about that. Oh, they promised they were going to help us. And then they totally tried to kill us. Yeah, for like millions of years. Anyway, we won't go into the deep, dark trenches of that. Our job right now is survival. And how we do that is by getting ourselves in the right energy and headspace. So we also got, I love this one, the High Lord of Service and Gratitude. Again, gratitude always comes in. Selflessness, humility, and conscious action. This is about us once we're in a good space, going out and helping the world. We are about to be needed like Like, that's our purpose, I think. Otherwise, we wouldn't have woken up as early as we did. Um, yeah, we're here to be in service. Um, and we just need to keep having gratitude for this really great, amazing job that we've been, we're chosen to do this. But you have to know at a soul level that you came here to do this. You're a chosen one. Like, there's lots of amazing chosen ones out there. And so if you're listening to this and resonating with it at all, you are a part of that. We just don't know how we're going to be in service quite yet. But we need to be at the ready. So keep your vibration high. Stop going into fear. Like, I can't say it enough. I know it sounds like sticking your head in the sand, but it's very 3D to that thinking. If you want to raise your frequency and be this fifth dimensional higher, you've got to like cut the fear out of your life. I know it's hard sometimes. I struggled with it like the bulk of last year. But after the 21st, I've been able to figure out how to stay there as often as possible. Sisters of the seasons, cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. Again, this is all a plan that was put into play by the universe. Everything is happening in divine timing, in divine law, in natural law, the law of nature. You can't stop that. And the divine. We just have to trust. I know we have a really hard time with that because we've been living on this planet where we've been deceived and we've been lied to. So we don't trust energy. We don't trust the divine. We don't truly trust the divine. Otherwise, we'd have no problem with this process because we're in it, but we don't trust that it's going to be okay. So if there's one thing you work on, it's really putting your trust and faith in the universe, because the divine made this plan a long time ago, and you signed up to come here and do this. Like, because you trusted them before you came here. The divine was like, I need some people, and we all went, woo, I'm in. Like, I am in, let's go. Yeah, even though I'm gonna like have a really hard life and have shitty things happen to me, I'm in. We all said I'm in like a long time ago. So like, part of that fear thing is stop fighting the divine. Oh my God, just let it play out. It's going to be fine. And even if it's not, if this whole experiment goes tits up and hell in a handbasket, then it does. Then it does. You don't die. We'll just move on to a new energy. Like, we worry so much. But we are at the end game, so that's why it's kind of interesting now. All right, what do we need to do? These are usually the advice cards. And then the new deck, I'm not sure how it plays in terms of like whether it'll be advice or something else. Okay, so, oh, you guys, honestly, you can't make this up. Lighten up. Like, literally, first of all, let the light in and start and lighten up. Lighten up. Like, stop this fear thing. I can just say, stop that fear. Like, anytime it starts creeping in, that's when you need your tools. That's when you need your survival instincts to kick in and be like, I'm not going down that road. I have a mantra. Like, as soon as when I do my worst thinking of like doom and gloom and blah, 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 it's first when I wake up in the morning at 6:00 and I'm, in and out of sleep, and I'm still wanting to sleep for like a little bit longer. But my brain starts doing all that, ooh, this could happen and this could happen. I just circumvent it. I'm just like, no, we're not doing that. I put on some frequency music and I repeat my healing mantra. So whatever you need to do to circumvent it, even so if it's the middle of your day and you start going down the negative rabbit hole, stop yourself, take a breath, do your mantra, lighten up, bring it back around as quickly as you can. We also got find a balance. Yeah, this is part of what we're doing right now, right? Like, I think it's just a warning card about like, it's hard right now because yeah, we all have busy lives and commitments and things like that. And it's like we still need to find time to do those things that bring us into the light. So like, because I've had people say to me too, I just don't have time. And I'm like, I was that person, and I'm like, but you have to. You have to have that time. And again, we're talking about 5 minutes. You've got to find it. You've got to find the balance. We can't just let ourselves spiral and be busy and just because then we're just kind of like bypassing. We're bypassing it. We have to see, and again, what I can't remember. I didn't save it, but it's like there's it would take me forever to find it, but it's like we can't have justice and truth, or we can't have this, this move to the next thing until we have true justice. That's disclosure. We have to see all this stuff happening. We have to um, we have to acknowledge it, and we can't bypass it. And we have to be ready in our hearts for the stuff that comes, so that it doesn't take us out of balance, right? And that's so that we can reconcile it within ourselves, right? Finding a balance. And we also got reflect on your priorities. This, I think, is part of this new moon theme altogether, which is take 5 minutes. I'm just going to keep saying 5 minutes till everybody does it, and come up with a couple of intentions or words or whatever you want to do. But make sure you use this power of this new moon to just like, what is your priority in this? As this things, like, we can be all sit here and have the popcorn ready and watch everything play out, which is what we're supposed to do. But what's the priority in your life as well? Like, because we're still living this 3D life, we still have jobs, we still have bills to pay, all that stuff is still happening. So but let your spiritual priorities trump all of that somehow. They are far more important than paying your taxes, than paying your bills. And I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying that if that's your priority, you're going to get stuck in that low energy. If your priority is seeing this earth changed and beautiful, and all the lower energy removed and recycled, we'll just call it recycled, then make that your priority, right? It's all right now. It's all about our faith, our thoughts, and our light and our heart, and like what we are shining out. All right, we're going to wrap up this reading with my new deck. So this is the new Moonology deck. It's a beautiful deck. I'm going to be using it quite a bit. You'll see in the next. I'm going to use it outside of this moon reading because it's just, I don't know. It just, the minute I got it home and I opened it, and I was just like, can you be in love with a deck? Because I am. I'm in love with this deck. Okay. Ooh, interesting. There's two there. Okay. I love it. Okay. I'm going to read them slightly out of order. So they tend to be, again, wasn't quite sure what this deck was going to be. It is, again, it's more advice. So the first one that comes up is cleansing. So again, this is, if you look at this too, it's the prism. So the light becoming the rainbow, right? So the only way that like, it has to shine through something like a prism that's clear. So we have to allow this light. We have to be cleansed and cleared in our light as much as we can, because we need to be a clear vessel so that when this light comes in, we're able to shine through. So cleansing is everything from spiritual cleansing, food, all of that. So just keep trying to keep yourself in vibration with things that keep you in a high vibration. So on this planet, that's everything from who we hang out with, what we're watching on TV, who is what we're eating, what we're drinking. So just, I mean, don't go, we don't have to go on these crazy diets and all of this stuff. We just need to keep this vessel as clean as possible. I'm doing my best. Like, I drink. People know that. I'm doing my best not to drink. I'm trying, I still slip up and have one here and there. So, but I'm trying to keep my vessel as clean as possible. And that's, one of the ways which I'm starting. But I'm not putting a ton of pressure on myself if I goof up or whatever. So don't be trying to I have to be this, yogic. Hi. I know you want me to be done. I have 3 more cards to read and then we're done. Okay. So we also got the card of stay in integrity. So this is what I mean too about we have to know what our plan is, because if you don't know then you're not able to discern the information coming in. It's all throat chakra. It's like integrity is like saying what we mean, meaning what we say. And so just making sure you're at the point where we're not detracting from anybody else's light, because we're not being our authentic self. That's still important. So if you're struggling with that and what your authentic self is, that could be part of your journaling exercise or whatever you need to do. You need to stay in integrity. So this also is about not trolling or slamming other people. That's not good energy. Stay in integrity. I'll let you define that a little bit yourself, because really look into what it means to be in integrity and honoring and being and showing and seeing our true self to others. That's what that means. We also got moonbeams, which is focus. So again, just a little bit of advice is basically, you guys keep your eye on the prize. The prize is New Earth. The prize is this last card. The prize is that is all that we need to do. We need to, that other stuff, we just need to let it slough off of us because it's toxic. And we're supposed to be cleansing. So here's the end card. And it's a great place to end. We always end in love. It's love or above now. Don't invite things into your life that are not of love, of light, of caring, of help, of peace. There's no room for the other stuff in our life. So please, if you take one thing from this, really work on the fear and cleansing the fear out of our lives. Because we have to get to that place of love, right? Our focus needs to be only on love. So love or above. That's why I just keep saying that to myself. And if something comes in and it doesn't resonate, it resonates too low on the scale, I know it's not a love vibe. I just avoid it, honestly. Yeah, I honestly have been avoiding, I'm like, nope, that doesn't make me feel good. I'm not doing that. So, okay. I do want one more Christ consciousness card, and then we will call this, because Sam is losing his mind. I feel bad for animals on days like this, because he just can't get enough energy out. Just playing with him in the house is not enough. Okay. So we also got denial and weakness for our ending of this. Yeah, there's still, you guys, I don't feel like this is us. You're still going to come into resistance from others. Again, it is not our job. It's not our job to wake these people up. It's not our job to be in their face and be like, you need to open your eyes to this. Like they are definitely like, it's just like, no, I'm not looking at that. So some people aren't. They're not going to. Like, they're not going to come around. Um, that's one of the hardest and saddest lessons. Is it's like it's because it's people we know and love and care so deeply about. Um, but the thing is too is that I don't know my Bible stories well enough, but um, I do believe he denied at the beginning, but eventually saw the light. So just have faith. I know we're worried about other people and what's going to happen to them. They will come around when they're ready. And some of the stuff that's about to happen and be disclosed, it is going to make people come around a lot faster than we ever thought. So you have to have faith in that too, right? Yeah, of all the things, please don't try to wake. You would never try to, like, if someone was peacefully sleeping, you wouldn't wake them up. It can be very disconcerting. Yeah, and it's not our job. That is the divine's job. And like I said, oops, I bang that every time. The divine has a plan. So, and even for those people, so, and they made their soul contract with the divine to play this out exactly the way it's playing out. So, yeah, I just feel like right now, besides being in light and being in love for us, the biggest thing we also need to do is, I hate to say it, but stay in your lane and like, and just again, we're the lighthouse. We're there when people need us. Let them come to you. And they may not. I was going to say something else there, but it just kind of legit fell out of my head. Like, gone. Okay, Sam's getting, and just if you have one of these guys, just love them. Just love them and love your kids and spread love as much as you can. And because it's going to be okay. We came here to do this and we're going to be fine, aren't we, Sam? Tell everybody, we're going to be fine. Right? We're going to be good. And good forever. Right? On New Earth, there won't be like deep freezes and snowstorms. We'll get to go for W's every day, all day long. Right, Sam? Okay, I'm going to go let him outside. So take care of yourselves. Like I said, I am going to amp up the amount of time I'm on here. And yeah, I'm excited to be on this journey with you guys. So yeah. Yay. Okay, have a really good night. Take care of yourselves. Go do some work. Help yourself out by doing a little bit of work. And we'll see you for probably next. We'll be holding space Sunday. Take care. I love you guys.